They do?
Forever.
Hope
you
they
have
do.
stewardship over this beautiful animal, and
Yeah.
you always.
Well, I always tell him about Jesus. I tell him I love him more than anybody besides Jesus, my mother and brother, and then he's next.
Yeah. No.
But isn't he sweet?
Yeah. We've lost some dogs too, and I tell my kids all the time they're up in heaven waiting for us.
Yeah, I hope so.
They're playing with my older brother died when he was 26.
No way. How'd he die?
Drunk driving accident.
Oh, not him though, right?
No, he was.
Oh,
yeah.
that's too bad.
No, we all do our best.
Yeah,
But
my brother died of alcohol too, man. He drank himself to death. He just cranked him down till he died.
Yeah.
He owned his own bar, and he became his worst customer, best customer.
Yeah. No,
He was drinking 5 bottles of 100 proof a day, the big bottles. So yeah, he was cranking. He took a swig one day. I watched him. I go, "What the hell did you just do that for?" He goes, "Herp, I gotta tell you, I got this unquenchable thirst, and I feel euphoric after I do this in the morning, but then I'm in pain because it's eating me up."
So my younger sister needs she's already ruined her liver, and she's 26.
No. Is she out of Utah?
27. No, she's in Denver. I'm from Denver.
Do you want me to help her?
Well, she's a wonderful person. But she loves to
still
say,
drink?
I just need 2 shots
She don't
of
drink.
whiskey and then my kidneys don't hurt anymore. And
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
probably shouldn't be drinking it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's the thing.
2 shots of whiskey.
To get rid of the effects of the
And she's only 26?
26, 27.
See, it all starts off in college. Fun and games, drinking beer. The next thing you know, you're doing shots of whiskey. And next thing you know, you're hooked. And you don't know how to stop. And people try to tame it down with wine. Become winos because it's cheap. And they just swig down a glass of wine. And in the end, you find out you can't get enough.
Yeah.
Just keep on chugging.
It's hard.
Are you drinking? You better not drink, young man. It's not cool at all.
No, my grandma was a major alcoholic.
You know, I was the only one in the world that tried to become an alcoholic, but I can't stand the taste of it. So they'd be like, "Hurt, we're going to buy your brother a drink, Ron." I don't drink. I'll have a Pepsi. "Oh, no, you got to have one with it." "Okay, give me a apple pucker." It's like a girl drink. And make it taste like caramel. Put the caramel in it.
Yeah.
So I drink a couple of those once in a while, but I really can't stand alcohol.
I
never could stand it. I
never wanted to.
don't know how people do it. I don't know how they do it. And I looked at my brother and said, "You want the dog?" Here, just kidding. No, sometimes I'm that way. Sometimes he makes me feel like getting rid of him.
So this is my oldest son, and I tell him all the time that our dogs that have passed on are up playing with my older brother waiting for us to come.
Good. Well, hopefully you don't go for a while. You seem like a nice person.
Oh, I don't want to go anytime soon.
Yeah. Now,
you don't
was he
feel
a
like
senior?
that.
Are you going to be a senior?
Yeah.
And you guys are what? Are these your boys here too?
This one is, and this one is.
And what are you going to be when you get older? A doctor or a lawyer?
Professional baseball player.
Is that what he's going to be? Then he can buy you a new Cadillac every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he's smart. This one looks pretty smart too.
He is. He's going to be an engineer.
Is he going to be I'm kind of an engineer.
Well, look at your car. Of course you're an
Did you see
engineer.
the car? Yeah, I've done everything
It's
on
the
it.
Back to the Future
And you
car.
know the water pump spins backwards on that car.
Does it really?
Because it don't have a water, like a power steering pump, because it flew off. And I asked this 72-year-old man, I said, "How are we going to fix this?" He goes, "I don't think we can." I said, "Well, what about if we reroute the belt? And we'll just put a little belt thing there." And he goes, "That's a good idea." So we made it come straight from the crank over the deal. And the arm he built me is stronger than the entire car. I promise, man. It'll break glass. It'll never break.
Awesome.
Do it if you being nice, he's not hurting me, is he? Because I don't want him to hurt me.
Because I replanted my aloe plant.
Oh my God.
My aloe plant sucked.
No, you didn't. You
did.
didn't. You use aloe on I had an aloe plant on my car, but it was killing it driving down the road, so I left it at Walmart parking lot. I figured somebody would put this in their camper or something. That before I kill it all the way, it was pretty well on its way out.
Yeah.
Too much wind, I think, is not good on them. Now, what are you gonna be?
I do not know.
You do not know? You look pretty smart too. Is this your son too?
No.
He's just the coolest kid in church
He
today?
is. I love those glasses.
Those are pretty good glasses. They're
Yeah.
Oakleys. He's got Oakley glasses.
Yeah.
That's
Those are
pretty rare,
awesome.
man. They were expensive, Oakleys are the best. Now, what made you go with Oakleys? Because you're worth it. That's why. Because your eyes are worth it. You should always stay with Oakleys, right? This guy looks like he's ready to go into The Young and the Restless. Look at how sharp he's dressed today.
That's a soap opera.
Isn't he great? Oh, you guys do you watch TV?
No.
That's great. You don't watch TV either?
Well, that's not part of the church. That's
Well,
just me.
that's good. That's not part of it. I had a friend in school that he was not allowed to watch TV. He was a good kid.
Yeah.
We should have stayed more like him, man.
Yeah.
And the weakest kid in my class, I'm not even kidding you, I used to slow down and run behind him and I'd jog and I'd be like, God, there's no hope for that poor kid. Look at him. He was my neighbor and I used to protect him because he was kind of weak and people would pick on him. His name was John Briggs. I go, what are we going to do with that guy, God? He's just so uncoordinated. You know what he did? He was the only one in my class that went to the Marines and made it. You know how tough you gotta be to go through the Marines?
Yeah.
So whatever happened to that kid, I don't know how they shaped him up, but his jogging and running skills were horrible. I know that's all they do is run the hell out of you in there.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what the heck did they do to that poor kid to get him straight? But he made it 4 years. He did 4 years and he come out. But I'll tell you a story. I was hitchhiking once. I just broke out of a nut house. And I had my friend take me down to Kansas from Nebraska, and I asked this church, I said, you guys think you can help me with this sandwich? Oh, no, we ain't going to help you with that. And I walked across the street, I sat at the gas pump, and I go, God, what the heck ever happened to all the good neighbors? And this kid comes up and goes, are you okay? I go, yeah. I said, you got a map? He goes, yeah, go in there. My dad's got a map in there. And I was just talking to Johnny. That was John, my neighbor, Briggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my neighbor. And he was when he said, "Good, you need any help?" And I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah.
So I walked in. I go, "Oh, John Briggs." I recognized the dad. I go, "You got a map?" "Oh yeah, how you doing, Peterson?" I go, "Whatever happened to your kid?" He goes, "Well, that's him out there." He just, I went to school with him. But yeah, God's got a way to say is meet your neighbors again. I said, what happened to all the good neighbors, God? Johnny was right there, and I promise you, he was the best kid in the world.
Yeah.
He really was. My God, he was a good kid. Yeah, I go by and see him sometimes. I tracked him. He lives in Mankato, Kansas, and I go down there and visit him once in a while. He's a mechanic. Him and his dad still work together and stuff, but really weird deal there, huh? Run into your neighbor like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and like some little town. I don't even know if it had a name. That town, by Smith Center and all that.
Yeah.
Little tiny town. Where are you from?
Denver.
I used to live in Westminster and Aurora.
Yep. Littleton area. You know Littleton?
I've been not really. I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's southern.
I used to live in Boulder. Yeah, I've lived in Boulder. I've lived all over the place. I've lived here. I've lived there. Boy, your district is really busy today, isn't it?
He is. He's a busy man. There are a lot of
He's a
visitors.
business.
He's a busy man.
Hi. Yeah.
Does he know that you're here waiting for him?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But yeah, I told you. You were the one that was supposed to tell him I'm here. I'm the visitor.
Well, we have lots of visitors today, but
Oh, is there a lot of visitors here?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can tell him you're here. If
Oh,
you
he
want.
already said I'll see you in a little bit. He already
Okay.
told me that.
Okay.
But he's okay. See, he probably knows me from the internet. They all do. Do you know me from the internet? Oh, good.
I don't think that many people do.
Good. Oh, I think that many people do. I'm not kidding you. It's well, I'll just be honest. I drive around the country a lot because I put cops in jail. Did I tell you that?
No.
I wear wires on cops, and I put the chief of police in my hometown away from burning houses. Jeff Sabb in Harvard, Nebraska. And that's all I do is drive around the country and accidentally expose naughty cops. Accidentally.
Yeah. Well, there's
I'll tell you what,
good ones
there
out
was
there,
this
too.
retarded guy, not to call him names, but he was telling me how he's supposed to have a blower on his vehicle to fire the motor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he somehow lost his vehicle that used to do that, and he bought another vehicle. And he's bragging to me how he's driving around with that ding on his neck, where he's supposed to have a machine on his car, which is expensive. And I thought, you know what? Poor Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. I've never really done nothing for them. So I called Pagosa Springs. Well, I didn't call them. I met one of them. I went down there. They weren't there. And I flagged one over and I said, hey, there's
two girls.
There's this car.
Little girl and
I didn't see him come out this way.
Anyways, I said, there's a vehicle up there. The guy's supposed to be hooked up with the blower and whatnot. And you know, all he did was walk up and say, hey, you have to leave, but if we see you driving, we're going to haul you to jail because you don't have the thing. I told the cop, I said, wait till he's going to be moving pretty soon. Just wait till he drives and you can drill him. And he didn't give him he didn't even try. So when Mothers Against Drunk Drivers see that, because then I filmed the guy later down at the park drinking again, pounding him down and whatnot. It's going to show the police here really don't care about drink drivers.
Some of them do.
This one didn't.
I'm married to one of them.
A cop?
Yep.
No way, you know me then.
The
You
corporal
know
of the
me.
state patrol.
You know me then, don't
I was
you?
waiting for you to say something.
You know me then.
I don't know you.
You don't know me?
I don't
The
know you.
corporal of the state
Yeah,
patrol.
so that's how I know that there are
Ooh.
some really good ones
Well, I
out
used
there.
to work for the state P.